Hello, everyone. I'm Krasi. Now is when Venus is retrograde until 3rd of September. Now is the time to speak about soulmates, not twin flames. Long ago, like 2-3 years ago, I made a video on twin flames. No, I feel that it's more appropriate now to speak about soulmates because it is not a coincidence that people which contact me now have questions about past relationships and soulmates. So this is what made me think of making this video. Soulmates in astrology. First of all, from what I know soulmate to mean, a soulmate is not necessarily to be somebody that you're in love with. A soulmate can be your mother, your son, a friend. Just soulmate is not necessarily somebody that you are romantically involved with. So how do you recognize this astrologically? Of course, when Venus is retrograding, she's reminding us of the past relationships, past, if you want, friendships, because she's not, she's ruling also the lovely friendships. But she also, when Venus is retrograde, she makes us remember past romantic involvements, and also when she's an evening star, even more, because then she's even more romantic, and now she's an evening star. I think just the two videos before this one, I made a video on exactly on the cycle of Venus now. So if you haven't seen it, you may be interested to take a look. So Venus is, yes, indeed, very much about love, but soulmate, to meet in this lifetime, it's meaning that this person is somebody that you are karmically involved with. And I know this for certain because I also have the confirmation from the words of the master being Sadun, who is saying that if you love somebody in this lifetime, no way that you didn't love him or her before. So you love this person before, otherwise you wouldn't love him or her now. There must be a base in order to build on, from before. So certainly a soulmate is a thing which is very karmic, which comes from previous lifetimes, no doubt about that. I'm sure that you know about that. Is it only Venus that we look at when we're searching for soulmates, especially when we know that the soulmate is not only somebody that you are romantically involved with? No. First of all, there are many aspects to look at. I will mention a few of them which occurred now to my mind, but I'm sure there are more. First of all, obviously, you need to have the two horoscopes next to each other, or to be able to make comparison. A very interesting thing is, when you think of karma, obviously, you immediately think of the lunar nodes. Not only they speak about the karma, everything is karmic. I told you the horoscopes you have now are inherited from your previous actions. So everything is karma. Everything is karma. People that you meet, even for a short time in your life, it's karma. Because when you look back, you notice that you learned something from them and they learned something from you. Even if it was short moment of interaction, doesn't matter. Everything is karma. Okay, so let's start with the lunar nodes because they always occur as first. Obviously, these 2 points, the head of the dragon, the tail of the dragon, points where the moon is crossing the path of the sun, the ecliptic, are very, very karmic. They always, especially Ketu, the tail of the dragon, makes us to live in the past, and Rahu always pulls to the future, and we are somehow lacking the now. We are usually lost between the past and the future, and we first, just between brackets, we said we need to learn a bit more to live in the now. So look at Ketu. If Ketu is conjoined, if Ketu, or even the two lunar nodes, but let's say Ketu, because Ketu is about the past, is conjoined with the luminaries, sun or moon of the other person, no doubt there is karmic connection. And especially interesting is when you see, for example, Rahu of one of the people connected with the moon of the other, they are constantly thinking about each other. Like the one with Rahu conjoined the moon of the other one will be constantly thinking about the other one. I noticed that because when I say to people, when I'm looking at their horoscope, I said, yeah, indeed, I can't stop thinking about this person. So lunar nodes with luminaries is very karmic, very, very, very karmic. You can have this with your children. I have this with mine. Very, very, very strong connection than you have usually when you have this. Also, very, very interesting is when you see the two luminaries connected, like the sun of one connected with the moon of the other, and they form like eclipse. This is very, very strong connection, which is karmic, and the people have such connection with their souls that you easily speak about soulmate. Then already something which is more pointing toward attraction as additional factor. Interesting, you can see reversal of the ascendant-descendant axis. Let's say I have ascendant Leo, and my partner is having ascendant Aquarius. This is interesting point of attraction because the opposites attract. But this here comes the point that when people have very opposite features and they will feel very attracted to each other, but this I noticed is not necessarily lasting very long, because yes, you'll be in the beginning very attracted to each other, but you can see that with the time, this may not last forever. Also, you can have lunar nodes with aspects with Venus or Mars. This may point towards past romantic relationship, indeed. Some people in the modern astrology look at the trans-Saturn planets, which will be Pluto, Uranus, Neptune, and their connection with luminaries or lunar nodes. To tell you honestly, I could be, but I didn't really test that. You may try and see, make a synastry with somebody you think that is your soulmate and see if he or she have, let's say, Pluto or Neptune trine in your moon. Could be that this is also point towards or lunar nodes also could be that this is also important point, which is showing eventually connection from past lifetimes. But to me, the most powerful is the involvement of lunar nodes and luminaries, or this conjunction between the luminaries, which I mentioned to you. Even interesting could be when the two people would have like also conjunction of the lunar nodes, exact conjunction. I've seen that. This can also be a very karmic interaction. Now, when we speak about soulmates and this really connection, especially I noticed that when people have conjunction between the sun and the moon, they feel the souls are very, very connected. Of course, this doesn't mean that this would be forever. They can be soulmates. They can have very good soul connection and interaction, but it depends on their horoscopes. Could be that this is not lasting forever indeed, but usually it's very, very, very strong. So, ladies and gentlemen, Venus made me think of this because Venus made you also to think of that topic. I may make another video on the twin flames. There are some differences there, and with the twin flames, things manifest indeed differently. Well, let's see. Venus now is very interesting, very emotional, passing through this a bit critical points, you know, becoming invisible. Now on the 29th, she just became invisible, which makes her very beautiful. She's a Reshkigal, goddess of the netherworld. So enjoy these energies of wisdom and test the horoscopes of people that you consider to be very close to you, very close to your soul. Could be that they're soulmates. All the best to you. Bye-bye.